Yep. Good evening, everyone. So yesterday we started discussing about routing, how we can use routing. We discussed about basic routes. So in that we learned the browser router. Another one is routes and route and link. These are the basic things. Right? Now here, so we have to create a complete end-to-end navigation, complete end-to-end integration navigation we have to create with all functionalities. For that, you need an API. That means our concept is, suppose user have to first register in our website. After registering, he will log in. And after login, then only we can show the details. So if user is having an account, he will log in. If not having an account, he will register. So we have to give access only when user successfully registers and successfully log in. Then when user successfully log in, we need to navigate from one page to another. This complete technique we will implement. But for that, some more basic things we need. Already we learned how to create route, how to navigate to any route. So here you need one more concept is, with this we will design one simple interface. We will see. Let's take our project. We will create a simple interface. So add here shopping React. Now in this, we will add, I think here already so many components are there. Okay, so many components are here. Calculator, form validation and all. Okay, I will do one thing. We can create a separate folder, but I am checking that some modules may not disturb us because already some there. We'll do one thing. We will create a complete new project, right? In that project, we will implement a complete template scenario, right? Let's see. That means we will implement a new project. In that we will implement all the scenario, means how to handle. Okay, so I will create a new application now. Let's open the command prompt, and in my E drive, D or E drives, here I will add, yeah. So here I will add a new, create a new project. So what is it? npx create React app. I'm using npx create React app, and the React app is, suppose shopper template, shopper template, template. So React, this is the app we are creating. This is a shopper template React app. We are creating an application, a complete new application I am creating, because in our previous application, lot of existing components and all. We will create a new template. So I will show you a template design. We will try to implement that design. Shopping related template design. You see getbootstrap.com. This is in this actually themes. This is some website themes are present. These are website themes. So we will use a shopping theme here. So these are all website themes we are having. I will select a shopping theme. This shopping theme I will select. We will try to create this with functionality. So that means what we will do is, this is the header at the top, and we have some banners here. Okay. Now, but ours is a single page application. Single page application means what? If I clicks here women, then that content will open below, right? It will not navigate to another page. It will bring that here. I say men and kids, or we will just design this header. Here we will keep links, so that we will use fake store data. Temporarily we will use the fake store data and create it. Let's do that here. So first, to implement this one, I need, it's creating. You need to set up all the environment also. So let me give you the steps here. I will create a React shopper template spa single page application. It's a single page application. Now in this first, you are creating a new project. So this is npx create React app, and this is React shopper template React. Okay. After that, you have to install the packages. What are the packages necessary? One by one we use a lot of. What are the packages necessary is npm install. One is bootstrap. So save. Another one, npm install bootstrap icons, save. And we need npm install Axios for API. For API we need Axios. We need npm install Formic for forms. For handling forms we will use Formic, and for interacting with API we will use Axios. We will do that. Okay. Next, anything else? These are enough. If you want to use Ajax of jQuery, we can use npm install jQuery. jQuery also same. Now we need npm install React router DOM. Am I right? This is for navigation. For navigation, we need this React router DOM. So we are creating a project, and we are setting up this project with all the content. Okay, light. So we are installing all these packages, right? So okay, fine. So it is successfully creating. Fine. Project is created. Now let's open the project. So in our Visual Studio Code, let's open it. Yeah. So open folder. It is in a D drive. It is actually shopper template React. That is the folder. This is your React application. And we will start this. So let's run this. Let's set up others also, right? So what we need to set up now, other libraries also set up here. npm install bootstrap save. Okay, next we need npm install bootstrap -icons. Bootstrap icons are required. Now we need so we need npm install. Another one is Axios. Axios we are using for API. You can use fetch, jQuery, Ajax, or Axios. Next, we need one more is Formic. Formic we will use for designing the forms. And we will set up router DOM, right? We will set router DOM. Another one is React router DOM. We are adding this React router DOM. Yup also required for validation schemas, right? So I will set with yup also. npm install yup. For validation schemas, we will use that yup. Okay. We will install yup. Okay. So these are all the libraries defined. Okay, now we need to set up in index.js. We need to set up bootstrap here to use, right? So how we do? We have to import. So we need to import /node modules in that what? Bootstrap in that dist, in that CSS. We have bootstrap.css. That is one file. Another we need to import. This is node modules. We have bootstrap icons. In that we have font. In that bootstrap icons.css. These two required to use bootstrap in our concept. Okay. Now here, once it is ready, now we will create the components. In SRC, I will maintain a separate folder components. So I will create a new component folder that is a shopper index. That is the component. So we will add a new file shopper index.js. Okay, let's create export function and shopper index. Shopper index, that is the component. Now this shopper index will return a simple div, and here we will put a class name, and this is container fluid, and now it should use all the routing. It should use all the routing part. Then in that case, we have to import. We need browser router. We need to import routes. So we need to import route. We need to import link. These things we have to do. Now here we will create the complete concept must be in browser router. We have to keep the browser router. In the browser router, I am creating a header. In the header, I am creating a navigation area. In this navigation area, I am creating here. So 3 divisions. Actually, here we have 3 divisions. We have a div. This div is having a heading. So just heading is some shopper. That is, and we have another nav. So this nav is having some icons, some links we need to keep. Initially, I will keep a div. So here we will keep one is what? Home. Another, according to our API, I will keep this as suppose men's clothing or men's fashion. So we will keep a div, some women's fashion. Women's fashion. We will keep a div, suppose jewelry. Okay, we will keep a div. This is what is it? One more we have electronics. Electronics means I'm using fake store API. Template is same, but I am using fake store API because API have these details. I'm using them. Okay. Now another div we have, and this div is having. So we have a div. In this div we have like span. So class name BI. So this is BI person. And we have another span. The class name is BI some heart. So we have another span. And according to this template designer, so search is there first. I have a button called BI search. We are creating BI search. Heart, and here we have the class some BI cart 4 or something. Now this is the shopper index page. We want this in the startup. Now let's go in the index. We will use here shopper index in the startup. Let's start the project. npm start. We need some effects to define. And we need some navigation also to configure. We need to set some navigation. Okay, so it is starting our React application. This so this is not yet defined with all the styles. We need to configure some styles there. Okay, this is the just design we are having. I will keep it like this. Let's go to the design. And in the shopper index, I'm just adding here header will have class name as dflex and justify content between a space between justify content space between justify content between justify content between. It will justify the content between. Now here this nav bar is there. This nav bar wherever it is present, this is shopper. This nav bar also should set to class name dflex. So it will keep them like this. And every have a class. Suppose here also we have margin E as 2. Some gap I will give here just for sake. Okay. I will keep the margins here for all of this. I'm just using the bootstrap classes for that. Okay. Now here the same I will keep here also. So margin E3. Okay. Let's copy that here for all of them. And just I will give the class additionally as bg dark and text white and padding 2. That is the shopper template we are having. So padding 1. That is the shopper template we have. That's fine. Now this is the top we are having. Now what we want is navigation. By default, we want a home page. That means we want a home page here. So this I will keep below the header. I'm adding a div. It will have this text. You can put those icons, class name, margin top 4. And here we have bg dark, text white, and text center. I'm adding all these things. It is like this. We have padding also 2. So some gap that is 1 is okay. And margin top is 2. So this is at the top. So actually here in their design, they are not using background. So because we are using a contracts design, it is like this. Now what we want here is when anybody opens, by default home will come below. In that home, we can show men's fashion, women's fashion, jewelry, electronics divisions. We can keep them here. So what we will do is we will get those pictures from that fake store only. Fake store API, we have products. I will get a picture of products slash category slash what it is, electronics. Okay, this is only electronic products will come. In that one image source I will take. Actually, this is the image source. This is suppose Samsung inch image source. This is actually image source. Copy that. So I will keep it here. This is the picture. That is the image we are having. So this I will keep in image, this one. Copy. So this is the image we are having. Yeah, I will use this image. Save image as. We need to save in our project folder. It is in D drive. It is shopper template React. In that, you know, it should be stored in public. In public, we need to keep here. That is electronics JPG. Fine. Now another one I will take from so men's clothing category. From men's clothing category, I will select any image here. Means we are taking relative images. So this is image, the JPG. Okay. From those locations only we are copying the images. I will save this image. So here say men's. Okay. And from women's clothing, I will select another image. And I will use this one. I will save this image. This is woman. Okay, another one is there, jewelry. From jewelry, I will use another. Okay, from jewelry, I am selecting another image. And I will put that here. I will save that for jewelry. Okay, some save image, jewelry. Okay. Fine. These are all JPG files are available. Now, what we need to do is, so in this, by default, we will create here another component now. The component name is shopper home. And it will have shopper home.js. Shopper home.js. So export. So function shopper home. This should return. So return a container. And we will put class name. What is it? So container fluid. And here we will keep some images. That means I will just keep a div. And here we will put a div. This will have class name dflex. We'll keep it. And here we are adding 4 containers. In this first, we have an image. This image is coming from public. So in that, we have electronics.jpg. Similarly, we have divisions. Another one is coming from men's.jpg. Another one is women.jpg. Another one jewelry. like this we are having. So jewelry.jpg. Now these images have, suppose I am giving, let's take here, this is in which one? Home. Now whenever anybody opens, the home should come by default below. By default, home should come below, right? So then what we do, let's go to index page. In index here, in the browser router below, here we will create a div. We will put class name margin top some 3 or 4. Okay. Here we are adding the collection of routes. In that routes, we have one route. What is the first route? If route path is slash, means user is not requesting anything, then which element should come? Shopper home. Shopper home element should come. Am I right? That is the first one to deliver here. We need to import that, and that shopper home should come. If user is not requesting anything, by default, the shopper home comes here, right? So these images are having problem. Why? So we have directly in Publica. And what is that? We have men's electronics. SRC directly are some problem. We path name electronics.jpg. Okay. We don't need public path na? Because already it is set as what? Public. Okay. All these images are there. We need to fit them. So for all these images inside this display flex, we can set the class as suppose W25. So it is width 25, and I will just keep here all the images. Copy. All images are set to W25 width. Okay, that is 25 is the. Okay, now I will keep these large images. That means I can keep this instead of class. So I will keep a style. Width as some, how many pixels we need the width? Width I will give some 200 pixel. That will look better. 300 pixel. That's better. Okay. And what I will do here, I will define the same for others. So I am adding same style for others. You can use a separate CSS file. You can use a separate CSS file. Class name removed. Okay. Only style we are giving that 300. And height also we need to adjust all of them. So we need height as suppose this is also 300 pixel. Okay. All these are set to 300 pixel height. We can set this here. So here we are having this is having justify or not required justified, only width is more. I will share the width to that. Okay, now we can keep justify content between. Justify content between, it will adjust according. Justify, okay. Fine, right? Now, these are the cards we are having. This is the default shopper home it is coming. That is the default shopper home it is coming. In this again, height, width, borders, everything you have to control by using CSS you can do, right? That means these are the divs. These divs are banners. In that, if you want to keep the content top and bottom, you need to again add those options. As of now, I will just leave it in this way. We have the categories. Now what we want here is when user selects, this is the home page, just it is having home page. When user selects, by default home is coming. When user selects men's fashion, that should come here. That means when user chooses men's, women's, jewelry, electronics, only those details should come here. That is the concept first we want to implement. That means, so for men's, we have to create a separate component. So for women, jewelry, electronics, separate components we have to create. Now, those components should be in such a way that, for example, if I click jewelry, jewelry components only should come. So for that, what we can do here is we can access only those products and display. Accessing only those products and displaying, that means what is the suggestion you give? In that, we create a jewelry component. In that, we will fetch only the products which belongs to jewelry and we will display them. That is initially we do. Initially how we can handle. Okay, so let's do that here. So I will use another component. In the component, so shopper, suppose I said some jewelry. Shopper jewelry. Okay. In this, I will add a new file. Shopper jewelry. Okay. .js. Now here we need export function. So shopper jewelry. Okay. This is the component and it should return a simple presentation. Only jewelry products must come. Container fluid. Only those we need to get and display here. Now what we will do here, so we will import. We can import Axios now. We can import Axios from Axios and we need to create, so constant, what it is, products. I'm just using simply products. And what set products? Set products is use state. It is what type? Array, array type. And here we need to use effects. Use effect is using a callback with the dependency empty. Okay. Now what should happen when it is initialized? We need to fetch the data. So how you can do? Axios dot what? Get from which location you can define. Or there is another technique na, Axios uses the configuration. What is it? Method. Method is what? Get, and it uses URL. URL is http:// store api.com// what? products slash category slash category name. Category name is jewelry. That is the category name we are fetching. That means only those products will come. Then we have an option. What is it? If it is successful, that means what we need to add, what then? We need to fetch. If it is successful, what to do? On fulfill, we have to collect the response. Na? Already we learned Axios, right? So what we have to do? We have to access what? Set products. Into the set products, what we need to get? Response. Response dot what? Data. It will get the data. I already explained Axios, na? Right? We already used Axios. We can use fetch. We can use jQuery as Ax. We can use Axios. Any API concept if you want to handle. Right? Directly you can use simple get method and access that and use it. Shorthand techniques also present for that. That means on fulfilled, it will get that. That means all the data is present in which location? Products. Now we need to present those products here. We need to present all the products here. So I will just give a div. So class as a dflex. So flex wrap. And here we are designing here a binding expression. What is the collection name? Products dot what? Map. We have to read every product, and for every product we will create a div. We'll create a div, and here we will keep the class name as card. So margin to padding 2, like this I define. So style, for every card we will give width as 200 pixel. So 200 pixel. And every card will have an image at the top. That means we are using SRC. It is coming from. So it is coming from product dot what? Image. Means class name is a card image top. So that is the class name we are displaying. That is the point. Now, just I will keep another div. So in this, I will keep just only header I will give. Class name. So I'll say card header. And here we will put a paragraph and we will display. So that is product dot what? Title. Product title. Now here we are displaying the title. And let's keep this header style, and we keep height as suppose 150 pixel. That is just card we are displaying. Now when this component should render, that means we need a path for this. Let's go to the shopper index. We need another route path. What is the route path? Route path is what? Jewelry. And what is the element to render when it is requested? We need to render what? Shopper jewelry. Am I right? This is the component to render. Now, when it should be rendered, that means here we defined that. I am requesting here slash, what is it? Jewelry. Jewelry. I am requesting from the URL jewelry. So it should get the jewelry products and display. Some problem? Spelled correct? Any issue? It is coming, taking time. Huh? Right. It is taking time. Fine. So you can see it is accessing that and displaying. We are requesting that jewelry, it is displaying it. Now I will change this. Where is it? Shopper jewelry, actually image height. So height, I will keep it as suppose 150 pixel. The product image height I am keeping like this. This is jewelry products. It is accessing and displaying. Now I want these clickable. So you want them clickable, then go to the shopper index. Here, this home must be kept in. It must be kept in what? Link. Link home, link to, link to. Link to which one? So actually we need one more path to define. If not requested, it will use it. If they requested home, understood? Then also this will happen. That means we will put here, what is the path? So what is the path? Home. That is the path. Link to that particular path. We can change the link appearances and all. So that means because link appearance, I will apply suppose additionally class BTN. That means it is a button class. Now it will be fine. Right now, what happens is when I click on this home, that home will come. That home will come. And I click on this jewelry, only jewelry should come. That means now this jewelry also must be what? So it must be a link. Link. So link, so to, link to, and here what? Jewelry. Jewelry. That is the option, and we will put the same class name as BTN. BTN class will keep like this. So then I click on jewelry, the jewelry products will come and display. Later I will tell you one more technique. Technique is the thing, but actually if it is taking time to load your content, a spinner can come. Loading spinner can come. On the screen it should say loading. A spinner can display. We can do that. For that we need some more things to do. Right? That means that spinner content will display and show until it is loaded. Once it is loaded, it will display. Right? So here this is the home and this is the jewelry products we are having. The same thing you have to do for others. But here it is not done. A lot of more interaction is there. Right? We will design that. So actually now what should happen is, let's add, I will copy this code complete. And I will go here. So I will simplify this logic also later. Actually, it should not be like that. So that means if there are 20 categories, you will create 20 components. This is not great idea. Then what should happen? Only one component should able to work with all. That's what we learned. Component, na? Component reusability means what? You should create only one component. That component should able to display all any category. That means you pass jewelry category name, it should display jewelry. Right? That means now the point here is, for example, here, see, suppose here, I am here making this parameterized properties. Na? Whenever we pass the parameter, then that should come. But here the parameter is not combination of URL parameter. Actually, the parameter is on click, it should come. That means when user clicks on jewelry, a component should come. That component should get only jewelry details. It should get only jewelry details. That means you cannot create different components. Only one component should work for all. One component should work for all. So then how you can do that? That means now the question is, this is the home page. When user clicks on this, so that category related details should come. That means we can create reusable components for that. So how we can manage that, how we can display that, I will show you. We will see that concept. Now, when user clicks on, see, actually we call this mechanism as, we call that as route parameters. We call as route parameters. We call as route parameters. Route parameters are nothing but they allow you to query directly anything. That means what you can do is you can transport data from one route to another. You can transport data to one route to another. I will show you the process, how it works. We will see that. So how we can transport route parameters. Actually, see the architecture behind that I will explain. So here generally in your navigation bar, so in the navigation bar, you are having, in the navigation, you are having like home, you are having jewelry, men, we have women, like this, electronics. Now what happens is when user clicks on any category, when user clicks on that particular category, what should happen is it should bring one component. For all categories, the same component should work. For all categories, same component should work. But what it should do is when you click on that, that category name must be passed here. That category name is passed here. Now what this component will do, it will collect the category name passed and it will display only the products that belong to category. That means, do I need to create 4 components? No. Only one component can display all. Now the question is how? That means we should not create so many components. One component should work for all. That means you see now here, I will put here, I will put another component. Let's create another component. Add a new component, shopper category. That is, shopper category is a component. Okay. And I will add a new file, shopper category.js. I will create here. So I will create a function, export function shopper category. And it should return, so class name, so container fluid. Okay, I will give here is shopper category. Just temporarily, I am just creating this. Now what should happen is, so when user clicks on every category, that means user clicks on every category here, that is men's or fashion or electronics or anything here, it should get here. See, I will keep here a simple route path. What is the route? The route path is category. Now, which component it should render? Element. Which component it should render? Shopper category. Shopper category component it should render. Okay. But it should collect which category they selected. Which category they selected. Then we have to pass the parameter here. Route parameters are defined by using here /:. Parameter name. Parameter name is category name, cat name. That is category name. You want multiple parameters. Every parameter can be passed with a /. Again, colon. Suppose you want to pass product name like this. You can have multiple parameters. That means now here I have one parameter. What is that parameter? Category name. Category name is the parameter. So cat name is the parameter. Okay. Now what should happen is whenever user clicks on these, what will happen is this will not go to jewelry. It will go to what? Category. It will go to category. Now into that actually that category is expecting category name. Na? If a route parameter is expecting parameter without passing the parameter, you cannot use it. Every parameter is compulsory. If you don't do that, it will return not found, right? So now how to pass the parameter? So category slash. What is the category name? Category name is here, whatever they selected. Jewelry, na? We will pass that jewelry as category name. That means here we will pass the category name. Category name is what? Jewelry. Jewelry is the category name, right? That is how we are configuring. Temporarily, this is the point we are doing. Okay. Now, similarly, now what is the point is actually in the design. Let's see in the design. When user clicks on jewelry, then shopping category will come. You see in the URL jewelry is passed. Na? Now we must able to collect it name and use that category name here. That means on any category button click, same should happen. Na? That means same should come. So what we will do here also, we are writing what? So remove this. We will put here, what is it? Link. Link. Okay. Link to. Link to. It should link to same. What is category? But category name is different. What is the category name? So we say men's fashion. So fashion. Like this we need to pass. Now here also same. So class I will give as class name as BTN. Now here also same. So I will keep a link. So this is women's fashion. So link to and link to the category and slash women's fashion. Okay. And the class name is BTN. Class name is BTN. Here also we will put link and link electronics. Link to is category slash what? Electronics. And the class name I will give as class name as BTN. Now all are navigating to the same location. This is home. Home is okay. But when I click men's or women's or jewelry, the same will come. But what is the challenge here? You see, it is passing men's fashion. Na? It is passing women's fashion. It is passing jewelry. It is passing electronics. Which one you clicked that it is passing. So what is your responsibility now? In this shopper category, you have to collect the category name. Which category they selected. That means we passed a route parameter. We have to access route parameter. That means actually route parameters are defined like this. I will give a detailed note. How do we define route? We have to give path slash, we have to define category slash colon some category name. Now which element it wants, it will use that element to render, right? That is it is using. Now what should happen is, what is the component? It is some category component. Here how they pass the parameter. Parameter is passed like this. Link to, we have to use category slash some name. We need to pass like this. Now how to collect this parameter? We have to collect by using use params hook. There is a hook called use params which collect the route parameters. That means if your route is having any parameters, you can collect it by using use params. That means what you have to do is in the category component, here we have to collect the category name. Then we have to import. We have to import. What to import? Use params. From React router DOM, you have to import. Now see here, I am defining a constant. So that is params. Params is equal to what it will do? Use params. Actually, this use params, this is parameter. This parameter is what type? Use params. You can see it is a string type. Actually, it is a key value pair. It returns an object of key value pair. What is the key? Key is nothing but parameter name. What is the parameter name? We given cat name. Am I right? Value. Value is what value you passed into it. Understood? That means now this params is going to return a key and value. What is the key? Category name. So what I am doing here, suppose I am just keeping a binding expression. I am giving what? Params dot, what is it? Cat name. I am using the category name. That is the parameter name. That means here we are accessing the parameter name. It will get that and show. Now see what happens. I click on men's fashion. It will get men's fashion. I click on women's fashion. It will get women's fashion. I click on jewelry. It will get jewelry. Electronics. Home. Which category you are selecting, the category name is coming. Now, I hope you can write the logic to fetch the data from this and display here. Am I right? Then what you will do? Let's go to the logic. You got the parameter name now? You got the parameter name. So what we have to do here is, let's go to shopper jewelry. Same thing we have to do. I will copy this entire logic. Let me copy this entire logic. So first this line, I will put it here. We need use state now. So we have to import. So what it is? Use state. And we need use effect also na. Use effect. We need that also. And on use effect, we need this logic to happen. Okay. But I think you can tell the concept how to manage this now. Use effect will put this, but remember this category name is not standard. Am I right? Here we are fetching. Here I am using a backtick. Understood? Here we are using a binding expression. It should get from which location? It should get params. Params dot what? Cat name. That is the category name we have to pass. So category name will be changing. Here some more issues are there. I will tell you. Now what we have to do, we need to access those products and display below. I will access the products and display below. I will create this flex and I will put here. So I will put that flex and display here. Product title and all these details. So you should not create a component for every category. One should work for all. That is the approach we need to follow actually. Now, generally, now here, so you see it is Axios not imported. We have to import. Import what? Axios. Now, all the electronic products must come and display here. That means, so home, I will click on some jewelry. The jewelry products must come and display. Any problem? It may take some time. Or is there any issue? Let's check. Issues are there. Jewelry is coming. Okay, it's taking time. These issues are related to keys we haven't used now, right? It is taking time to get that and display them. This is jewelry category. Suppose I selected on electronics, that means electronics category should load. It will take time to get that and display. And here important is when you are choosing that, only those category related products will come. Products will come. They will display those. Here, lot of issues are there. We need to address those issues. But this time we are not creating a category. So related component for every category, we are not creating a component. Only one component is able to handle all categories. This we have done that by using the concept of what? By using the concept of route parameters. Configuring route parameters, passing route parameters, collecting the route parameters, and using the route parameters. That means actually now here, see, now you will get to work with a lot of dependencies and all. Remember, this should load again. When it should load again? You observe carefully here. I click on currently electronics now. I click on jewelry. Jewelry is there, but this data is not loaded. Because use effect is a hook which loads only one time. But it should load every time whenever the category is changed. Am I right? That means now tell me who is the dependency here? Who is the dependency here? That means when it should load again and again. It should load again and again. That depends on params. Params dot what? Cat name. Params dot cat name. Still so many points are there. Now you can see it changes. That means whenever I click electronics, now electronics will come. When I click on jewelry, then jewelry will come. I click on women's fashion, then women's fashion will come. Men's, women's, it taking time. Loading, right? We can put a spinner. We will put a spinner and we will see how we can handle that, right? This is now based on dependency. So we have to use the dependency. We need to use the dependency here. I hope now you understood what is this dependency. This dependency indicates when to load this again. Because it will load only once. Whenever the category changed, I should load it. Then that is the approach we need to follow here, right? This is now one concept of how we can handle navigation. Now what happens is here, still not finished. User may click details of this, then only that product detail should come. In a separate screen, only that product detail should come. The product photo large, the product details. Like its price, its rating, its description, everything should come. That means user must able to navigate to every specific product. That means below every product, we will put a button details. Right? We will put a button details. That means actually what we will do here, we will keep a div. So, and this div will have footer. Actually, we will have class name as card footer. In this, we will add button and say details. So class name BTN and BTN some primary and W100 like this. And actually this, so every product have details. And when I click on details, another component should come, details component. Remember, not page, another component should come. In that only this detail should come. That means now from here, we have to pass one more parameter. How to get the details of this product? To get the details of that product, if you can pass that product related ID, we can get the detail of that product. You know, Fake Story is having another API request called products/ID. That means from here, we will create another component, which is details component. Into the details component, we will pass ID. We will collect ID there. And according to ID, that ID product we will display. This is nested. That is how we can create the navigations by using route parameters. First, you must able to design this. First, if you are able to design this, then we will go to the next. So first you try this up to this part. I will upload this complete project as a zip file. This complete project, what we created, components, the components folder I will upload as a zip file. By seeing the code, you can try that. Right? If you can do this, then in the next session tomorrow, we will discuss how we can create nested routes, more parameters into routes, how we can handle them. Routes is a big concept. We have to learn authenticating routes. Authenticating means, for example, until or unless user sign in, they should not able to open any category. That means they go to any category, it should say, please sign in. And in order to sign in, first they have to register. And after registering and sign in, they can access all the categories and watch until they sign out. There must be an option sign out. For that, we need to implement cookies. By using cookies, we need to manage the data. These all we must implement in this example. Then you will get a perfect end-to-end example. But where to store registering details, registered details, where to store all those details, that we will do with a database in the backend. Now I will show you one database and server-side API. We will use that to store our data and interact with the data. We can use MongoDB and we will use Node.js as server-side for creating API. That means we are going to see, so MERN stack, understood? MERN stack. That means MongoDB, Express middleware, React in the front end, and Node in the server side. This example we will see how to handle. So tomorrow we will learn how to create database, how to create server side API, and how to communicate with the database, so that these details are stored in database and from database they are verified. Okay, that will implement in tomorrow's session. Okay, na? Right. This entire I will upload as a zip file. Try. Okay.